Taylor Swift is not a problem at NFL games. She's
No.
even when she's shown on the screen, she's on the screen for what, maybe 30 seconds total for an entire game of a three
Yeah.
hour broadcast.
Right. You may not like it, and that's fine. I'm not mad at you. But what is the NFL is doing? You're growing the NFL. And when you grow
Yeah.
the NFL and more fans are coming to watch it, more fans are buying merchandise, guess what? That salary cap goes up for your team. So it's not just the
Yeah.
Chiefs salary cap that goes up. No, it's the teams across the league that go up. And that allows you to pay your players, get better players, and then try to beat the Chiefs. I mean, that would be, I mean, basically, we try to do that. We try to beat the Chiefs so they don't win.
So what you're saying is the Chiefs are actually helping all these other teams with Taylor Swift being in attendance and showing you're on TV. So in other
Yes,
words, you're welcome, NFL. You're welcome.
you're welcome.
From us and Taylor Swift, you're welcome for helping your team out. Welcome back to another episode of the Kingdom Korner. We're here on a Victory Tuesday after
Yes.
the Chiefs take down the Washington Commanders on Monday Night Football. So, hey, make sure you like, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you agree with, disagree with, all those good things, and share this with your friends so we can get it all out there. But, Dale, what do you think about this dominant victory once again?
Man, it's fantastic to see the Chiefs roll in, and it's almost like it's eerily similar to the early Chiefs runs where they kind of just played with their food, played with it, and like, all right, let's turn it on and let's go. And again, it kind of reminds me of that Golden State Warriors where they just kind of hung around, like, all right, now we got a couple more minutes, we got 30 minutes left in the game. Yeah, let's put this game out of reach for the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it either way. So, um, anytime you can get a win in the NFL, as Andrew Reid always says, you take it. You know, none of these games come easy, and everybody's
No.
getting paid
Yep.
on both sides of the ball, so and on both teams, and so they're professional players. And so, anytime you get a win, it is a victory, and you celebrate the victories.
Yeah.
So, and I know the Washington Commanders came in a little banged up, but they did have their two top wide receivers back, so that was really good. And Terry McLaurin, I mean, he made some big plays in that game too.
Right, yeah, huge plays, and he's scary, scary Terry, and man, that touchdown catch, unreal. I mean,
Yeah.
just he saved Marcus Mariota's hide there because yeah, that
Yeah,
was just a
that was a
great
bad
catch.
pass.
That was a
I
great catch,
yeah,
great catch.
Mariota had a lot more room to put that ball in there with how much Terry was in front of the defenders there, but
Yeah,
he saved his quarterback there for sure. And there's another tight coverage throw down the sideline against McDuffie that was, I mean, you
yeah,
couldn't get better coverage than what he had,
no,
and it was just a better catch and throw in that instance. So I'll give props to Mariota. He did a lot better than I thought he
yeah,
would. So the thing
uh,
that was killing the Chiefs defense, I thought a lot though, was the screen passes. And
yeah,
usually it was a delayed screen, so I guess you call it even your check down. But those ones were just the defenders were late getting over there,
right.
and from there it they got a lot of yards off of that.
They did. They got. Yeah, I'd be interested to see Mario's like pass chart where like how many did he check down, and things like that, just to see like how many did he throw, how far did he throw past the line of scrimmage, and different things like that. Because yeah, it did not look like from most of the night he was checking the ball down, which you know Mahomes has done, and you just take what the defense gives you, and he was doing exactly that. But
Yeah, well, I can tell you. So, those that were passed behind the line of scrimmage wasn't really that much. It was he got 25 yards from behind the line of scrimmage, but just over on the two sides that were 10 yards or less, which is still a
yeah,
lot of those yards there. Throwing to the left with 10 yards or less, he got 41 yards on the right side, 40 yards. So,
there you go.
I mean, between those and the ones behind the scrimmage, you're looking at almost 100 yards right there,
Right.
just right there on this little screen passes. So the Chiefs have got to clean that up. They know that, uh,
Oh
but
yeah.
but you know, and I think they'll address that. But anytime you put something like that on film where you struggle with something as a defense or an offense for that matter too, other teams take notice of that when they're preparing for you. And we have the Buffalo Bills coming next. And
Yes.
this isn't the Buffalo Bills podcast or preview for that quite yet, but just saying we got to clean up some of those things still.
Yeah, they'll definitely take advantage of that in the screen game. Especially Cook. James Cook is, man, he is good. He can
Yeah,
beat you in a lot of ways, whether it's getting the ball handed off or in the screen game. So he's a great running back.
yeah.
But again, this is not the Bills preview. We'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk a lot here
Oh,
in the next couple of days.
oh yeah. So that'll be a good one. So, but the Chiefs defense did step up in the big moments. I mean,
Man,
your guy, Mike Dana. I mean,
yeah.
that guy showed up to play.
Yes, he did. Little first time interception, his first interception of his career, which is always cool to see a big man get an interception and try to run. They get very excited. And
Yeah,
most of these guys were probably like running backs or quarterbacks in their pee wee football, days. And so, they got some moves. So I don't know about Mike Dana, but yeah, it was definitely cool to see. And really like our defense. I mean, that is really, I know we scored 28 points, which is fantastic. But our defense really is the story of the game, I think. I don't know what you think.
yeah. No, I mean, over the last 3 weeks, the defense has allowed 24 points. I
Right.
mean, 3 games, 24 points. I mean, if you hold a team to that in one game, you're like, that's not great, but not awful.
Yeah.
Uh, but 24 points over 3 games, that's pretty incredible. So I don't know if the defense is the story of the game, but they're definitely a complementary to the offense of the game. So I just think those two units right now are working so hand in hand.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, our special teams is still the biggest question mark. I
Yeah.
mean, we were allowing, and it wasn't just yesterday either. It was the previous game and maybe even leading to the game before that. We're on kick returns. We're letting them get to the 40, 45 yard line just almost every time. I mean,
Yeah.
that is not what you want. I mean, where the new NFL kickoff rules are, most teams are stopping you right around the 30. And
Yeah.
it got to the point in last night's game where Dave Tobe, the special teams coach, is just saying, hey, just kick it out of the
Kick
end
it
zone,
out.
give it to them the 35 because it's better than where they're getting it right now. And,
Right.
Dave Tobe will clean those things up. He's a great special teams coach and an assistant coach, but that's still our big question mark on our phases of the team is special teams. And so we got to clean some of that stuff up still.
Yeah, I think what's that guy his name? Jack Cochran. Cochran, he
Yeah.
is having trouble, man. He is getting holding after holding after holding calls. That was not just his first one last night. I mean,
Yeah.
he's had several, and so yeah, you're right. Dave Toe will get cleaned up. He'll get the boys ready to go. He's a Hall of Fame special teams coach for sure, and
Well,
compliments Spags and Andy Reid.
well, on the flip side, Harrison Butker hasn't missed anything for 2 games. So, I mean,
He's
has he found
fixed.
his groove back? Is he
He's
fixed?
never a doubt.
Well, again, I feel like that phrase is thrown around here a lot on this podcast, and I feel like one of us is for sure never a doubt. The other one might be a little bit doubtful, but
Yeah, yeah.
either way, it's like one of us just said, "Hey, he's going to find it again."
It figured out. I'd never a doubt, man. I knew. I think I was gonna be in the lab. Dave Tobe was gonna help him out. It's all,
I mean, I remember specifically hearing we should bring in other kickers and say, "Hey, let's see what we got here."
listen. We can't waste years with Pat Mahomes at quarterback. That's all I'm saying. I
Uh,
think everybody would
I
agree with that. We don't need to
I
be
do
wasting
agree with
years.
that.
Yeah, we don't need to
Yep.
be wasting years. Sorry, we're just gonna play the best player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I
So
do agree with that though. So, but Mike Dana had a great game. Had his first career interception. Had a big sack on a third down in the second quarter when they're trying to drive and try to make it a game again.
yeah,
But like you said, the defense kind of held this game in check. Where especially in the second half, the Commanders had no shot to win after
yeah,
the
no,
Chiefs got a couple scores up on them.
right, yeah, and I think like really the defense early on in the first half really just showed up. I mean, stopping them on two fourth downs, the interception, just really taking advantage of that, and then making sure they don't get points was huge because that could have got out of hand quick. Even if they were to just get field goals, that could have been like, you just play different. You feel, the stadium is different because fans are starting to panic and things like that. And so, yeah, it's cool to see how good this defense is playing. And so, I want to ask you our biggest concern. I think both of our biggest concern were the corners and the safeties. What grade are you giving them after 8 games? I mean, we're almost halfway through the season, which is bonkers because
Uh,
it.
yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
I don't know that that's my biggest question mark on defense anymore.
Okay. All
So
right.
I've had to give them a grade is a B plus, maybe A minus even.
Yeah.
So they're playing outstanding. And it's still what I've been harping on for years now. It's our defensive line getting pressure on the quarterback
Yep.
is where we're still struggling. And we had opportunities for more sacks last night. I know Marcus Mariota is an elusive quarterback and harder to
Yep.
bring down, but it's not going to get any easier. I
No.
mean, we got Josh Allen coming up. We got Bo Nix, who's a young guy who might
Yeah.
not quite run as well, but he can move. And so all these teams coming up, it's not going to get any easier. And so we have to
Yeah.
start wrapping up and not only wrapping up, but getting pressure.
Yeah, getting pressure and hurrying that clock up so our corners don't have to cover as long. So, but yeah, I feel like our young corners are they're playing. They're man again. Spags is just getting the boys rolling and firing all cylinders. So it's
Yeah,
exciting. It's fun to watch, and then they love it, man. Those corners and those safeties, they love hitting people.
they do.
Uh,
Love it. They love it. So,
especially like cleanup and it's, you got one. I mean, this the rally tackling is just so much fun to watch, and how they they're flying around the field. It's awesome.
yeah. I mean, this might be the best complementary football that we've seen in the Patrick Mahomes era as far as good defense and good offense.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's had great years of great offense and poor defense. And even last year, you could make the argument that they had good defense and poor offense.
yeah.
And this year, I think it's starting to balance itself out for the Chiefs' favor to have good play on both sides of the ball.
Right. All right. If you had to choose, which one would you choose? Good offense or good defense?
I,
Like, I mean,
I'm
like, I
if
mean,
I
obviously, it wouldn't be the extreme, like bad. Obviously, you don't want bad offense, but like, if you had to choose, like, hey, we're trying to win a championship. I want elite. What?
I would pick a good offense over a good defense because good offense will always beat good defense. And so, and
Okay.
especially when you have Patrick Mahomes, and maybe if we had a different quarterback in place, I might choose something different.
Yeah.
But with Patrick Mahomes, you always got a chance. And so I would trust Patrick Mahomes to find a way to put up points and put up
Yeah.
50 points a game if he needed to, versus, a elite defense, but have an offense that struggles to even get on the board.
Right. Yeah. 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 I think. Yeah. I think it depends on who your quarterback is. I think you made a good point there. Who is your quarterback? Because Patrick Mahomes can overcome a lot of deficiencies and hide a lot. But yeah, I think Tom Brady. I think the stat is he never won a Super Bowl without a top 10 defense. I think is the stat, and so
Yeah,
but Mahomes I think is probably his first one. He didn't have a top 10 defense, but I
surely
don't know.
not.
Surely
Surely
not.
not.
Yeah, because yeah, I just think so. He's broken that mold, but I think it does help. It takes a lot of pressure off of you as an offensive player. So I don't know. I almost think I would lean defense.
Yeah, so if I had to as my quarterback, the Miami Dolphins quarterback, I'd want a good defense. So so I mean he might get me one score a game and that might be what
Yeah.
I need to win. So
Right.
yeah, it depends a lot on who your players are. So in that
Yeah.
first half, man, I didn't feel like the defense kept us in the game with the turnover,
Yeah.
but the Commanders were moving down the field. And that first drive, I thought, okay, I guess we're gonna let them score and
Yeah.
figure out what they're doing, and Spags will adjust. And
Right.
luckily, we got that tipped turnover, that interception from Mike Dana, and man, there wasn't much going on for them after that, other than, as you point out, just that great touchdown catch by Terry
Oh
McLaurin,
man, I know,
corner of the
man.
end zone. So, but the defense held them in check for the most part. The offense couldn't get rolling. They struggled to move the ball, and not just move the ball, they struggled with turnovers, I guess, really, to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
the game. Two interceptions to start the game out in back-to-back drives.
Phew, that was
Uh,
rough.
yeah, it's very rough. And so, and I'm still a proponent that anytime there's an interception that bounces off a receiver's hands, that should be counted differently. There's no more of this. Hey, we're going to count this as an interception for Patrick Mahomes or whoever the quarterback is,
Right.
or Marcus Mariota. When it
Right.
bounces off their hands or off their face mask or whatever it is, and then it's intercepted. Those are catchable
Yeah.
balls, and those should go down as fumbles for the receiver.
Yeah, 100%. I did want to ask you before we move on to the Chiefs offense a little further, but do you think it was the Patrick Mahomes effect with Dan Quinn going being so aggressive going for it on fourth down, or do you think he's normally that aggressive? Because I don't watch a lot of Commanders games, so I don't know or do you think it was like, oh, we got to get points because if we don't get points, we're not going to win this game?
Yes. So I think
Okay.
I think a lot of it is the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs effect, and especially this year in particular,
Yeah.
because we've made note of it before. I think Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are being much more aggressive on fourth down this year than they've ever been.
Right.
I mean, they in the past they have been known to punt the ball away on 4th and 2, right
Yeah.
at their own 45-yard line or even the 50-yard line, and this year they're like, hey, 4th and 2. Let's go for it. We
Let's
got
go.
this.
Yeah.
And so I think all those teams are noticing that they are being more aggressive in that, and really across the NFL, teams are being more aggressive on fourth down
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
the Chiefs in particular, I think, have made a switch this year to say, hey, we're going to be more aggressive. And I think when teams know that and know that you can put up a lot of points, they feel like they have to be even more aggressive as well. I mean, they went for it on what was it, 4th and 6,
Yeah.
the Commanders did, and end up being a half yard short. But I mean, at 4th and 6, that is a long,
Yeah.
that's a long conversion there. And I understand too that their kicker was out. They had uh, Matt Wright on
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
team,
Yeah.
who played for the Chiefs
Won
last
us a
year.
game. It
Yeah,
won us a game last year.
yeah, when Butker was hurt. So I understand that's probably part of the thought too. Is hey, we have a backup kicker, and
Right.
maybe we got to be a little more to protect him a little more too. So, but whatever it is, I do think part of it is for sure the Chiefs' effect.
There you go. Okay. All right. Offense.
Yeah. Well, Travis Kelce, did he find the fountain of youth? Because I
Yes.
mean, that guy
Yes, he did.
he looks like he's got a few more years left in him. I mean, and he still may retire this year, just based on how he feels, but and everything
Right.
else. But how he's looking on the field does not look like he looked last year or even the first couple games of this year.
Right. Or it's Taylor Swift's voodoo. It's one or the
It
other.
could be,
It
could
could
be.
be her voodoo magic that she has, but hopefully they don't come after us. Surely they won't. But yeah,
Ugh.
he looked really really good. And so Travis Kelce, man, he's one of my favorite players. But I'm glad he's producing because we are paying him $20 million a year. Or we
Yeah.
are not. The Kansas City Chiefs are paying him $20 million a year. So I'm glad he's playing well and getting a ton of receptions, 99 yards, touchdown to tie the record of Priest Holmes for the Chiefs
Yeah. So
touchdown careers.
yeah, so it's tied Priest Holmes at 83 career touchdowns, which is incredible. So this is Travis Kelce's 13th year with the Kansas City Chiefs, and you know, in the same breath, same 13th year in the NFL as well. Priest Holmes, he didn't play very long in the NFL. He had some injuries toward the end of his career that hampered,
Yeah,
his game. But for example, overall, Travis Kelce has played in 183 games. On the flip side, Priest Holmes played in 113 games, and that isn't.
yeah,
And part of those was with the Ravens because the first 4 years, uh, Priest Holmes played with the Baltimore Ravens, and he wasn't necessarily the guy with the Ravens, but definitely got a lot of touches with them as well, and so got a few touchdowns there. But with the Kansas City Chiefs, Priest Holmes scored 83 touchdowns, most of those over a 3 to 4 year span.
wow,
I mean, in one year, he set the NFL record, which has since been broken. It was broken a year or two after he set it. But in one year, he scored 27 touchdowns. And that was in the 2003 season. And then the season before that, he had 24 touchdowns. So, I mean, just in 2 years, he's already pushing 60. And so
yeah,
it is an incredible run that Priest Holmes had to set that record, and most of it was set over a 3 year span. Though he did play for the Chiefs for about 5 years. The last year wasn't really much of anything because he came back from injury and only played a handful of snaps in that season.
yeah. That was a fantastic time to be a Chiefs fan. I mean, not when the playoffs came around, but during the regular
Yeah,
season, you knew there was going to be points put up. That was one of the greatest shows you would ever see was Trent Green, Andre Rison, Tony Gonzalez,
yeah. Eddie Kinnison's
and
in there.
Eddie Kinnison. Man,
Dwayne Bowe had one good year, so
he was young Dwayne Bowe. That was young Dwayne Bowe too.
well, I mean, we drafted him, so he should have been young.
Yeah,
So
LSU product. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So Priest Holmes, yeah, Priest Holmes. I mean, you're on the record for being your favorite Chief ever. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
to pass him. So, are you
Well,
happy, sad? Are you?
let's be clear too, though. He's my favorite former Chief. I mean, at this point,
Okay, okay.
how could you not say Mahomes is your favorite player?
Well, I mean,
I mean, he almost has to be if you're a Chiefs fan, doesn't he?
sure, 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 sure,
So,
sure,
I
sure.
mean, when you bring that many championships and play the kind of game he does, Mahomes has got to be your top guy.
Yeah,
And if not, you can lie to yourself and pretend like he's not. And sure, I'll somewhat believe you, I guess. But Mahomes has got to be your favorite guy if you're a Chiefs fan. But as far as former players, Priest Holmes is for sure my all-time
yeah.
favorite. And there's a lot of really good ones that I
Oh,
enjoyed
yeah,
there as well as Tony Gonzalez, Derek Thomas, Neil Smith, Trent Green. I mean,
yeah.
and even some of the older guys. I mean, Joe Montana had a stint
Joe Montana,
with him.
Marcus Allen,
I know, Mark. I mean,
yeah, Christian
they
Okoye. I mean, we could keep going. Yeah,
I know there were so many, and then go back further. I mean, Lynn Dawson, right?
yeah,
And so Otis Taylor, Emmett
yeah,
Thomas. I mean, there's a lot of great players throughout the years, but yeah, just as far as ones that I remember watching in my lifetime, Priest Holmes was just so much fun to watch.
yeah. So much. He was really fun, and he had a great touchdown celebration.
Yeah, there-
Uh, so now my question for the offense here, Travis Kelce, great, glad he found the fountain of youth. Are you any concerned that Patrick Mahomes is taking too many hits?
too many hits.
I mean, like when he's running, when he's scrambling and running, is he looking for contact instead of getting down or sliding or getting out of balance or
I'm
sliding? Are
not too
you?
worried about it
Oh,
because I
okay,
think more times than not he is very conscious about where he is on the field and the situation of the game. Like if
okay,
he feels like they really need it to to win the game or they really need this first down, I mean he's putting
uh-huh,
his shoulder down into it, which I don't love by any means. But
right,
I understand the competitiveness in it, and I don't want to take that away from him because that competitiveness in him is what also makes him a great quarterback and makes him thread the needle sometimes in there to tight coverages. So I'm not too worried about it. Most of the time he's sliding, but in the big moments of the game when he feels like the team needs it, I feel like is the times that he's putting his shoulder down and into it.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, all right. I'm just wondering. He seems when he's running, he's looking for contact. It feels like
Yeah.
sometimes a little too much.
Well, uh, could be. Who knows? I guess we'll find out if he can hold up for the season or not. So,
Let's not
but
say
hey, I'll
that.
tell you,
Yeah.
he will. Here,
All right. All
I'll
right.
knock on wood for you here.
Thank you.
But hey, but
Thank you.
Kareem Hunt, I mean, I don't know. Somebody on this podcast said he might be playing his role to the best of anybody on the team before, and it just
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
he's continuing this case. At one point of the game, Kareem Hunt had four touches, with and with those four touches had two touchdowns and I think two first downs. So every time he touched the
Yeah.
ball, it was doing something positive.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
four touches, two first downs, two touchdowns. I don't know
Yeah.
you can get much more efficient than that.
No, you can't. He's a very selfish player, by the way. I mean, just always taking all the credit.
I know those
Yeah.
four touches. I mean, what are we doing? Right?
But this is a pretty, very pro Kareem Hunt podcast. I mean,
Oh
we think
yeah.
we're both on Kareem Hunt. Love Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's also found the fountain youth. He looks like he's getting stronger and stronger each game, and it seems like he's ready to break one off and run down the field for a touchdown. But yeah, he's doing well. And I really think like the broadcast they just talked about like how there's only one football and there's all these guys. I mean, you got three running backs, you got three tight ends, really two tight ends that are, getting anything going. And then you got
Yeah.
five wide receivers. And you're like, but I think what really makes it great is like these guys all want these guys to be successful. And I think that's it. I think that's like the magic or the sauce is like, hey, yeah, there's only one ball, but man, we're winning and we're moving the ball and if you get open, you keep working, you're gonna get the ball. And it's gonna be your time. You never know.
Yep.
Juju with a big catch, and just doing where it'd be easy to take plays off. It'd be like, well, I'm not getting the ball in this route on the fourth look, and all of a sudden Mahomes moves up in the pocket and there you are wide open in the middle of the field. And man,
Yeah.
so
I mean, who would have had when Xavier Worthy and Rasheed Rice were
right,
back on the field? Who would have had Juju Smith-Schuster as making any kind of big player, big impact in the game anymore? And yet, in the last two games, at least, he has had at least one, if not more, big plays to move the chains and convert big third and fourth downs.
right. And I think that's helped Travis Kelce with Juju or not Juju, Worthy and Rice in the game in Hollywood in the game because then
Yeah.
you have to account for those guys because you're either going to get burned by a 36-year-old or you're going to get burned by a 24-year-old, you know?
Well, and that's exactly why I think he looks like he's found the fountain of youth is
Yeah,
because those other guys have opened it up for him.
right. And so it's great. It's good. I mean, like as long as we can stay healthy, I don't think there's really a team we should be scared of.
Well, let me ask you this then, since you brought that up.
Okay.
Are the Chiefs actually Super Bowl contenders? Let me say with this one, because the Chiefs have beaten the
Yeah.
Lions, who are a
Yeah.
legit team.
Yeah.
But other than that, they've beaten the Giants, the Ravens, the Raiders, and the Commanders. Four teams that you could argue are some of the bottom tier teams in the NFL.
Right.
So, I mean, outside the Lions, are the Chiefs really a contender?
Yeah. Well, let's just remember they dominated the Lions. I mean, from start to finish, and then they should have beat the Jaguars, even though the Jaguars aren't that good.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I think we say you can only play who's on your schedule, right?
yeah,
Now it may be an easier schedule, but you just know that you just got to play, and so sometimes those I think they break the will of the other player or the other team. And then, but yeah, I think this is in dominant fashion, like we kind of been touching on. I mean, when you do what you've done the last three games and only allowed 24 points total, I mean, that's pretty special. And yeah, and these are like you always like to remind the audience that like, hey, everyone's getting paid, right, to
yeah,
play. Like, it's not just the Chiefs are getting paid; it's everyone's getting paid. And so, like, these are professional athletes, the best of the best. And so, yeah, to do that is pretty impressive.
yeah. So, do you think the first half then? So I agree. I think the Chiefs really are Super Bowl
Yeah.
contenders.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
that thought. I think they are Super Bowl contender. I know, as you said, they can only play who's on their schedule, and since Worthy and Rice has come back, they've looked like a different team, and I don't know that they would have lost to any of these other teams if they would have had both those to begin the season. So, but either way, with that said, we talk about Travis Kelce may find the fountain of youth.
Uh-huh.
So, what is the peak age for a player? I mean, I understand it probably depends on position a little bit too,
Yeah.
And I say that to say I think we both can agree that Travis Kelce is past his peak.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, he's toward the end of his. But what about a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who's now 30 years old,
Right.
or a guy like Kareem Hunt, who maybe he is toward the end of his career, but
Yeah.
I mean, what is the peak age for an NFL player who is elite?
Right. Yeah. I think that's that 27 to 35. That kind of in there
That's
in
a
that.
large range of peakness, 27 to
Well,
35.
I mean, give me a position. What are we talking about? So I think like 27 to 30 would be your corners, right? Whereas like you are the strongest you will ever be. You are the fastest you'll ever be if you've stayed healthy, right? If you're a running back, that'll probably be your peak. Or I mean, you
Yeah.
could go, but I mean, like you will be able to just know and see things so differently. Because I think it's like after that first year, after that first contract, right? Because we even like there's on record like Mahomes like I didn't know how to read a defense, until my third year,
Yeah.
and so it's like, and obviously he did, but he did it like quick or like right off the bat. So I think like that there's a learning curve even in the NFL because you're doing so much. And so I think after that first year contract, I think that's probably when you're entering your peak. And then depending on the position, I think you fall off. So like quarterback, I mean, you look at Tom Brady, was he ever out of his peak? I mean,
It's a good question. Yeah.
so I mean, so a quarterback can like if you're a pocket passer, I think if you can develop that pocket passing and you don't rely on your legs, like a couple quarterbacks in the league that just rely on solely on their legs, like, oh man, it's getting, I'm not going to wait for my read. I'm just going to tuck it and run, like
Mhm.
you can't do that. When you're 40 or 35, 38, and so I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's doing like he's not the old Aaron Rodgers, but he's still, making throws, and if you can put a team around him, I think you can win at a long, long time. So yeah, but the peak I would say for a quarterback would be, yeah, that. I mean, I think it does go a little longer. I mean, probably that 20,
Yeah.
that like 28 to 35 is your like ultimate peak, and then yeah, you probably start dropping off.
Yeah.
You kind of start feeling things a little more, and so yeah, but yeah, the positions I think where you depend on speed, I think you're quick, you drop off a little faster.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So I think your
Yeah,
quarterbacks, their peak is later and longer just because of the position. But like your running backs and well, your running backs especially have a smaller peak window.
yeah,
Theirs is probably because running backs tend to, for the most part, I know it's different, but for the most part, they can pick up an offense easier. The hardest thing for a running back is when they have to pick up a blitz package and figure
Yeah.
out who they're blocking.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, their peak really is probably 25 to 28, maybe
Yeah.
29. I mean, running
Right.
backs are early, and cornerbacks are more so, I think, what you said too, the 27 to 30 kind of range. And even your defensive line, I think, is pretty close to that because of how
Yeah.
much you put into it. It's
Right.
27, 27 to 30. But your offensive line on the flip side can go a little bit longer
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
than your defensive line. So, I mean, for that, it might be, 28 to 33, 34 for your offensive line. So, um, yeah, I mean, those are all things to keep into consideration when we're going through this season and watching some of these guys. And then you have guys like Travis Kelce who might be past their peak, but they're still having games like they had last night who are having breakout performance. And you're thinking, maybe their peak's not as far gone as we thought, right?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe when everything's working together like they plan for it to, when you have all your players on the field, maybe he looks a lot better than a lot of people thought he would. So,
Right.
and in that first half, we saw the Chiefs struggle to not turn the ball over. We saw them struggle to really move the ball, struggle to even stop the ball for uh, big chunks of the game.
Uh-huh.
But with all that said, do you think that the Chiefs just kind of got a little bit complacent? Were they just looking too far ahead to the next game of the Buffalo Bills, or were they just in the mindset of, well, we now found our rhythm again, we got this, and then they
Yeah.
just kind of, almost let their foot off the gas because they just assumed they were going to win, um, versus having to actually play hard against any team.
Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. The offense looked really good in that the first two drives. They just ended poorly, right? I mean, that was a bad throw or a good defense on Lattimore where he intercepted, he got Pat. And then I mean they were what inside the 10 at that pass was like the 10-yard line close to it.
That's where they intercepted it at,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so they were at the 20, I think, or a little bit maybe past that. So and then you had the other one where they were on the other side of the Commanders. They were on the Commanders side of the field and hit Travis Kelce in a bad spot and
Yeah,
couldn't come
right in his hands, bad spot. So,
hit him in a bad spot, and then that killed the drive. So I mean, like where like I think they were moving the ball, and then they couldn't move it. Was the third possession? What happened? The third possession in on downs was that the end of the half?
that's no, the third possession they had would have been their touchdown drive.
Oh, okay. So then they score a touchdown. Then they get the ball again, and they didn't have
Yeah,
very
and
much
then they
time, like
didn't.
less than a minute. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I think like you think like man, what they would have scored six touchdowns, and then they would have had 42 points, like I would have said, and the Commanders would have because the
Yeah,
Commanders would only had seven. Not like I said. I said I think they were gonna have 10. So I mean, like, yeah, I just think they just he was instead of taking what was there, he tried to push a ball in, and that was to Hollywood Brown, and Hollywood Brown hadn't yet had a catch yet, and so I think he's always trying to get guys that are in there early so they stay engaged and they stay,
yeah,
like, hey, stay with me, So, but yeah, that was yeah, I don't know if it was complacent. I was just saying bad football to begin for the offense.
yeah. I think it's a little bit better. I think they came in there kind of expecting to
Uh-huh.
win easily against the Commanders, and so I don't know if you
Sure.
say complacent versus looking ahead, but either
Yeah.
way, that they just weren't dialed in to start the game. Mahomes included, because that pass to Hollywood Brown, I understand what he's trying to do, but it was not a good
Right.
throw.
No.
That was on Mahomes. That the second interception was not on Mahomes. That should have been caught for a first down on that third down play, and it just didn't work out. But luckily, they figured out how to flip the switch on that and keep going. But we got to start the game that way, especially against some of these better teams that are coming up on our schedule. You
Right.
can't start slow like that. If you start slow like that, yes, we have the defense that could get us back into the game, but there's no guarantee that
Right.
that they might not even take a 10-minute drive like the Lions did and then leave us just looking on the outside because we don't have enough time to come back in the game. So,
Right.
yeah, we got to be better coming out strong to start the game. All right,
100%.
last question for you here as we wrap up. So,
All right.
what's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh man.
I'm not. You don't really have
My
to answer that, but
Oh, really?
I mean,
Okay.
if you're a Taylor Swift fan, I mean, you can go ahead and share it with the
Well,
world here and
like
what your
I'm
favorite
like
song is.
so I'm old school Taylor Swift, like the early the 2010, 11, 12, 13, around there, maybe a little over 15. So it's bad blood.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
maybe we
I
got
mean, I just
bad blood. So anyway, we
Hey,
did a
I just fear since Travis Kelce
yeah,
his fountain of youth, we might as well bring up maybe the thing that's helping him find that fountain of youth,
that's
Taylor
right.
Swift, right? She's
Yeah,
shown her face at games again. And hey,
yep.
let's just say this for the record too. Maybe we don't need on the record, but just for the record, either way,
Uh-huh.
Taylor Swift is not a problem at NFL games. She's
No.
even when she's she's on the screen for what, maybe 30 seconds total for an entire game of a three
Yeah.
hour broadcast. Let's not, just keep trashing a person just because they're there supporting.
But
Uh,
people are still mad about this? This is still a thing?
People are still mad about everything, Dale. If it
Man,
involves the Chiefs, people are mad about it. So,
daggone,
hey,
telling
this
you.
this is what we get for being the powerhouse that the Chiefs have been the
Yeah,
past few
it
years.
is. It
I'm
is.
telling you, it is a great feeling. I mean, I know
I
some
mean,
Chiefs fans at home. It's like I don't like it that all these people are mad at us and that they are so upset against the Chiefs and that they don't like Chiefs fans. And I just say I love it.
yeah.
Bring it on,
Hey,
because that means that we're winning multiple Super Bowls. And when you start winning multiple Super Bowls, people want to see your downfall. So
that's right.
if people are wanting to see our downfall, that means we're still relevant. So I will
That's right.
take all the hate. I mean, I'm not saying that I purposely want hate coming at me,
No,
but I understand that when you're winning all these games, people are not going to like it. And so
that's
in
right.
that aspect, I'll take it every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's a burden we have to carry. I mean,
That's right.
we have to carry that burden with us, and so I mean, someone has to, and we're happy to do that.
That's right. Hey, we'll take it for you. If you're not willing to take it, we'll take all those good things. So
Which let me kind of say one thing real quick. Just the
yeah,
fact that like right, you may not like it, and that's fine. I'm not mad at you, but what is the NFL is doing? You're growing the NFL, and when you grow
yeah,
the NFL, and more fans are coming to watch it, more fans are buying merchandise. Guess what? That salary cap goes up for your team. So it's not just the
yeah.
Chiefs salary cap that goes up. No, it's the teams across the league that go up, and that allows you to pay your players, get better players, and then try to beat the Chiefs. I mean, that would be. I mean, basically, we try to do that. We try to beat the Chiefs so they don't win.
So what you're saying is the Chiefs are actually helping all these other teams with Taylor Swift being in attendance and showing you're on TV. So in other
Yes,
words, you're welcome, NFL. You're welcome.
you're welcome.
From us and Taylor Swift, you're welcome for helping your team out.
Yeah.
So
And then even the league is set up so that the team that wins the Super Bowl is the odds are against them to win it again multiple
that's right.
times.
That's right.
So we're picked last. Gee whiz,
I
waiver
mean,
wires. We can't pick anyone up until the very end, and so yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
it's
we've been picked 31 or 32 5 of the last 6 years. So,
yeah,
and the best we've had in that time would have been either 29 or 30. I don't remember exactly where we were that specific year, but
yeah,
I mean, we've been bottom four every year for the past 6 years for sure. So, yeah. Hey, we love having another Victory Tuesday out
yeah.
here, celebrating a Chiefs Monday night win against the Washington Commanders. Hey, this episode is brought to you by Oh Hey Threads. You can get your own super soft tee or hoodie at ohheythreads.com. And every purchase you make there supports missions all over the world. So go find yourself one at ohheythreads.com. We'll see you next time right here in